Ever paused to ponder why the dollar, euro and pound aren't worth the same? Welcome to the fascinating world of currency, a global jigsaw puzzle with over 180 pieces, each with its own unique value and story. The oldest of these pieces, the Great British Pound, has been part of this puzzle since the 8th century, standing as a testament to the dynamic nature of currency. Just like every piece of a puzzle has a unique shape and colour, so too does each currency have a unique value, shaped by its country's economic landscape. Countries often benchmark their currencies against those that are widely used and recognised, such as the dollar or the pound. But why are these values different? The answer lies in the intricate interplay of supply and demand, exchange rates, and a myriad of other economic factors. So the next time you hold a dollar or a pound, remember, there's a rich history and a complex economic landscape behind each currency's value. Now, what makes the dollar stronger than the Indian rupee or the euro more valuable than the Russian ruble? Well, let's start with the basics: supply and demand. It's the fundamental principle of economics that governs the value of everything we trade, including currencies. When a currency is in high demand, its value increases. Conversely, if more of a currency is supplied than demanded, its value decreases. Factors such as interest rates, inflation, political stability, and economic performance can influence a currency's demand and supply. Next, we have exchange rates. These rates are essentially the value of one currency in relation to another and often reflect the economic health of a country. A strong economy will usually have a strong currency, as it attracts foreign investors who need to purchase the country's currency to invest there. So the value of a currency can often be seen as a vote of confidence by the global market on that country's economic health. Let's move on to treasury bills, which are essentially short-term government securities. Countries use treasury bills to manage inflation and stabilize their economy. When a government sells treasury bills, it reduces the amount of money in circulation, which can help to manage inflation. This, in turn, can influence the value of a country's currency. Lastly, we have foreign exchange reserves. These are essentially foreign currencies held by a country's central bank. They provide liquidity in foreign exchange markets, meaning they can help a country meet its foreign obligations, including the import of goods from other countries, and repay its international debts. A country with large foreign exchange reserves can also use them to stabilize its own currency, which can influence its value. It's a complex interplay of these factors that ultimately determines the value of a currency on the global stage. So, we have journeyed through the labyrinth of currency value. What are the key points to remember? Let's start by recalling that there are over 180 currencies in existence around the globe, each with its unique value. This value isn't a random figure plucked out of thin air, but rather a reflection of each nation's economic landscape. The Great British Pound, the world's oldest surviving currency, is a testament to this, having weathered centuries of economic ups and downs. We've delved into the 4 major factors that shape a currency's value. The first is supply and demand, the cornerstone of any market. When a currency is in high demand, its value tends to rise, and when it's in low demand, its value typically falls. This is an economic principle as old as the hills, and it's just as relevant in the digital age as it was back when we were trading seashells and beads. Next, we have exchange rates, the price of one currency in terms of another. These rates are influenced by a multitude of factors, from interest rates and inflation to political stability and economic performance. A shift in any of these can cause ripples in exchange rates, impacting the value of currencies across the globe. Then there are treasury bills, a form of government debt that can be bought and sold. The demand for these bills can impact a country's currency value, as can the state of its foreign exchange reserves, the foreign currencies that a country holds. These reserves can be used to stabilize the local currency, acting as a buffer in times of economic uncertainty. Lastly, we mustn't forget the growing impact of digital currencies like Bitcoin, which are reshaping the financial landscape and challenging our traditional understanding of currency value. Remember, every time you exchange your dollars for euros or yen, you're stepping into a world shaped by supply and demand, exchange rates, treasury bills, and foreign exchange reserves. That's the fascinating world of currency value.